In the complex and evolving world of 21st century healthcare, hospitals know their continued success depends on satisfied patients with positive outcomes. Serving the patient well requires skilled physicians and surgeons, caring and qualified nurses, and less visibly, but just as importantly, it takes dedicated volunteers.
We have the staff and we have the patients. Volunteers act as the glue between the two. And they serve multiple functions. Not only are they an advocate for the patient, talk with the patient, make the patient feel more at home here, but they also help do daily functions of transporting patients here to there or specimens here to there that make us more efficient. So they help patient care because it's more efficient, it's quicker, and it's more personalized.
It isn't a place where you just come and occasionally run an errand. I mean, volunteers are really vital to serving our patients.
They are often not only the caregivers of the patient, but they can also be the caregiver of our own caregivers.
I know them by first name. They know a lot of the staff by first name, and we're always excited to see them. We're very happy that they've taken the time out of their day to help us and help our patients.
I have not experienced a place that has been so appreciative of what I'm giving to the volunteer position.
As part of their clinical duties, volunteers will transport a patient for a CT scan or MRI. When patients are discharged, it is a volunteer who wheels them to their cars. With special training, volunteers are available to inpatients who desire someone to pray with or just to talk to.
For a patient to be able to download and to vent to a volunteer and have a friend to talk to is very rewarding, I think, and very beneficial in the healing process.
While many volunteers choose to work in direct contact with patients, there is an equally critical workflow that takes place behind the scenes. Lab samples need to be delivered, units of blood transported between floors. There's even sorting and filing of paperwork, all in support of the hospital's vital mission.
The complexity of the different programs we have in a hospital with our array of services means that there's probably a good fit for a person's capabilities or special interests to really come here and make a difference.
Volunteers is today. How can I help?
Hospital volunteering has long been a natural pursuit for retirees who have ample time to spare and the desire to remain active in the community. But the hospital also offers tremendous opportunity for students, particularly those contemplating future careers in healthcare.
You're going to be able to see surgeries. You'll get to work with the medical staff, the patients families.
This is where you can actually come into the environment, observe, and to a certain extent participate in the delivery of health care.
Sometimes I shadow in the radiology department and I shadow an ultrasound tech. And I am going to school later to get my degree in sonography.
I want to go into physical therapy, so volunteering in the physical therapy clinic, I've seen a lot.
This is a small, intimate hospital, but we have so many services that we can really feed interest for people that are looking, is this something that they want to do?
If you want to be a doctor, you have to know what's the environment like when you be a doctor.
To students that are interested in learning more about a healthcare career and making a difference in volunteering, this is the place where you can really have that experience.
Young or old, retired or still employed, the common theme you hear from those who give of themselves as volunteers is that it changes their lives in unexpected ways.
My late wife was the supervisor of the cardiology department. She and I were discussing what I was going to do when I retired, and she also suggested and recommended that I become a volunteer at the hospital. Unfortunately, she developed cancer and she passed away about 5.5 years ago. And probably about 5 years ago, I decided at that point that I was ready to look into volunteering here. And through this job, I met my current wife. And several years after I had started volunteering, and we've now been married just a little bit more than 2 years.
As you begin to take part in service and helping others and looking to see what you can do to make the patient happy, what you can do to improve their quality of life, you'll find a satisfaction that is really hard to explain.
I find that my 4 to 5 hours a week here is just really a wonderful experience for me, It brings me some fulfillment and gives me a feeling that I have done something very worthwhile for this wonderful institution.
You know, my experience across the board, working with people, and especially those that you know, are incredibly generous with their time and their talent, that the interior reward that they get from volunteering and giving of themselves is beyond words.
It's been a very fulfilling experience. I get back so much more than the little I give.
Relax a bit and take it easy.
You get so much feel-good back. Makes me proud. That's it.